And here we are, the oppressive atmosphere of the outskirts. Let's check out this inn, but first, let's look at the journal. We've got it updated with of monsters and men, of checking out the Reverend, Salamander's Tale, and checking out the Reverend, and some other people. Characters Alvin, the kid from before. He is a vague stand-in for a rather important character in the books. And the third game too. If you probably know who I'm talking about, if you aren't completely new to The Witcher, but in case you are, I won't just tell you. That comes later, with Berengar, mysterious Witcher, with Shani, nurse and a redhead. And I do apologise if I'm just glancing over, speeding through these character entries or journal entries. But due to technical difficulties, I've done this 7 times, more or less. And started out really in depth and all that, then suddenly less and less in depth. And I know that Let's Play should not suffer, but I've also noticed when it comes to time that it can take a long, long time. So I'll be brief. Usually just read the character entry, but in case of these, let you read them unless I really have something important to say. Such as for Triss, who, despite my previous statement of her being, not as true to her book persona or book character as would be optimal, as in not being true to it at all, she is actually rather true to the books. I beg your pardon, my throat is a bit destroyed. But that's besides the point. Yes, Triss is actually, in a very clever way, true to her book character. But it requires knowledge from the books, very advanced knowledge even. And it's easy to forget when you accidentally read too much from other people who only have a face level understanding, or surface level understanding, face value level, whatever, of the character, and with a waifu crowd who just flock to the character by the third game and make the developers just change stuff in the story and all that. That's just annoying when the character is actually pretty cleverly written, especially here in the first game, but more on that later. But yes, minor difference or change in my statement. That Triss is pretty accurate to the books, but you need advanced knowledge from the books to notice it, because she's not what she immediately seems, and this game especially makes sure you recognize that. So that's pretty clever. We've got Vesemir just with some more intel. Locations, we've got the outskirts, that's where we are now. Not much to say about it. Again, you may pause the video and read this. I'm going to go a bit speedily through these, just so that we can get to some game as well. But Temeria, the country we're in, you may read it. It's pretty interesting. But and again, Cult of Melitele, Eternal Fire, organized religion, sort of, but not really something I'll get into right now. Monsters, only the Frightener with formulae, nothing new there. Ingredients, we've got the Celandine, that's some new stuff. Glossary with Catriona, basically the Plague, Evelyn's Prophecy, the Time of the Fire Age, the Ted Deareth, which is it's a major point later on in the game, so I will not say anything now. Just write it behind your ear that we'll get back to this. This is important. We've got dwarves, and dwarves are dwarves. Any other tutorials? Alchemy and other stuff, yes. We know this. This is good. Let's continue. Another detail about this game is that the more save files you have, and every time you quick save it creates a new save file. The more save files you have, the more likely the game is to just, break on its own free volition. But just checking for secrets. Doesn't appear that there's any secrets here. So let's check out the the inn and the notice board.
A notice board.
And a drunk.
Maybe I can find some witcher's work.
Notices. Yes, yes, yes. And we've got Drowner contract, Barghest contract, Ghoul contract, and arrest warrant for the Professor. Okay, due to my many technical difficulties, I will not read this out loud, just let you read it. However, for later entries in this Let's Play, I will of course read every important thing out loud for you. I just want this episode to finally work, because sure, I know that my enthusiasm should be at the maximum level every single time, every single attempt, every single crash. But no, I just want to get into this game, especially considering the pacing is okay. Pause the video and read these if you want to. They're not all that important. They appear in here anyway. Just gather stuff, but we need some knowledge from the stuff. But yes, the pacing of the game is also going to, especially compared to the tutorial, the pacing is going to slow down just a bit. Because, well, it's the start of an RPG and it's very long. At least I remember it being fairly long. So in Instant Taverns, we can go to the innkeep and we can talk to him or meditate. Kalkstein here, who, pretty important character. We've got Innkeep Olaf, we've got Shani, and we've got Alvin. Some people beating each other up. And let's talk to Fat Fred here.
Your mother sucks dwarf cock.
I am not going to comment on that, but I will take stuff from this crate. Of course, out of character for Geralt to just loot all this, but especially considering my satchel's almost full. But it's an RPG, and from 2007, meaning the game wants you to do this.
Whoa!
Some tournament going on?
We beat each other for coin.
Interesting.
Fat Fred will rearrange your face, just show me your gold.
How much?
25 orens.
And Geralt is actually pretty accurate to the books, the first game. Which is ironic, considering he's the least likely to be that, because of his amnesia. But that just ties into what I said earlier, that I don't personally believe his amnesia would have changed his character. But this is irrelevant for us, we already know about it. Or rather, I know too much about it, and the basics are just beat the other one up, get coin. And while it is out of character for book Geralt to just engage in random bouts of fisticuffs, we'll do it because it leads into a fun quest line that's pretty funny, both to play and to watch. So let's get into this.
I'm in.
Yellow basements, we can punch the shit out of them. And
Who wants to get slapped?
I think that was the first time I ever said anything.
Time to die!
Vaguely, just even vaguely,
No challengers?
what's it called, vaguely, crude. Whoop. You have to.
Forgot to kill you, you bastard.
That's it.
Who wants to get slapped?
Why can't we punch him? Is it because the guy's in the... It's because we're stugging a guy. Let's see.
I'm itching to it, son.
We dodge. We punch. We dodge. We punch and we dodge. And we punch. And that's how you win all fist fights in this game. You punch and you dodge. You just remember to do it in the proper timing.
You win.
And that'll we
My
do.
reward?
Choose 2 flasks of supreme moonshine and a snack to go with them. A ring or cash.
Now the vodka and chaser could be pretty neat, but we'll go for the ring.
The ring.
Never liked it.
Of course you didn't. You're massively overweight and drunk. Let's see if Alvin has anything to say after we check out our swanking new gold diamond ring. We can get it as a gift, or I'll put it on our person. We won't. Almost like to sell it.
You saved me, right?
I helped.
I wonder what'll happen to me now.
Waiting for your kin to come?
No. My family has passed on.
Sorry, kid.
It's alright. I barely knew them.
And here, joyous lad. Shani doesn't have anything new to say to us. I found this out the hard way. Bar wench and... Nah. Kalkstein? Sure.
3 ounces of optimum mater, a drop of mercury solution. Oh, sorry, I got lost in thought.
Greetings.
Greetings. I'm Kalkstein, alchemist.
Geralt, Witcher.
A witcher? How much would you ask for an opportunity to examine your body?
I don't think you could afford it.
You would be doing a great service to science. All right, fine. Though I perceived you as someone who valued reliable knowledge.
I respect science and scientists, alchemists too. And I guess I expect the same in return.
I see. Well, maybe you can agree to a post-mortem, then.
Keep talking and I might change my mind. Regarding alchemists, that is.
All right, I'm sorry.
So let's ask him about why he doesn't look like a local, or at least he's, you don't look like a local.
You don't look like a local?
I live in Vizima, but I'm just returning from a great convention of alchemists, pyromancers, and geomancers in Oxenfurt. Wonderful city, Witcher, a cradle of science.
I don't doubt it. Did the convention reach any specific conclusions?
It was an incredible experience. I presented my dissertation on... specific? Conventions aren't meant to be specific.
Then I'm not sure I see the sense.
Science is like a great river, full of currents, whirls, and treacherous shallows. A single raftsman can never know every secret of the river. He must sail to the harbor and share his knowledge with other raftsmen.
And get drunk and spend his last money on whores. I think I see the point now.
Science is like a river. Sorry, I got lost in thought.
You were talking about returning to Vizima.
Yes. Because of this quarantine, I'm losing time in this inn. I have extremely important research waiting. And what am I doing? Sitting in this dump and drinking alcohol. Badly distilled alcohol. I've sent a message to my friend, another alchemist. He is my only hope. Hopefully he will send me a pass.
Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you. They must admit me, they must.
So there's some kind of quarantine going on to Vizima. That's interesting. Maybe it's the plague? But, let's check this one out.
Do you ask everyone for permission to examine or dissect them?
Of course not. But you're a mutant. A scientifically wrought improvement. Something unnatural.
That explains it.
Don't take offense. I'm merely curious.
We know that he needs help from Witcher. Let's just tell him farewell.
Farewell.
Now let's check out the innkeep. Running around, all the way around.
What do you want?
Give me a beer.
Your kind's not welcome here.
I said I wanted a beer.
We have no more. Very well. I'll see what I have.
Good man.
Everyone drink up. We're closing.
Innkeeper, do that again and I'll get angry. Wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
All right. I'll just tend to my business and be on my way.
What can I do for you?
So yes, this is not Fat Fred's twin, or Fat Fred in disguise. Poor disguise, I might add. No, it is a game reusing character models for non-essential characters. It will do this a lot. And to quote someone who I once spoke to about this game, and he really liked the game, even though it was his only, view into the Witcher world, or maybe he played other games as well, I don't know. but at least someone who hadn't read the books and just played the first game when it came out. So that amazing game, an amazing incestuous game, because it just seemed like everyone was related, because they are all the same character model, or at least every fat man will be the same fat man. Maybe he has a hat, or maybe he'll be a rich fat man, in which case finer clothing. But let's ask Olaf here about the gloom.
Why the gloom?
I don't talk to strangers.
Do you for 5 orens?
For that, I'd talk to a bar guest all day.
So let's give him the 5 orens. Okay.
The plague was devastating. People died in droves. The wailing lingered for 3 moons. If not for the Reverend, we'd all have perished. No wonder we're wary of strangers. You don't know what it's like when the plague takes your family. The Reverend prayed all day to the eternal fire, taking no sustenance. His penance freed us from sin and strengthened our faith. We began by cleansing our homes of sin and filth. We gathered it up, and by the next day, all our foulness was buried or gone. The Reverend then spoke to all who remained. You have done well cleansing your households of sin. I know it was difficult, I know they be kin, but the eternal fire sent pestilence on them as punishment for their sins. You are pure, you shall live. And we believed him, then went outside. The frost was biting, but we did our penance, crawling round the village, praying at the 5 chapels. The next day the village was quiet, as if all were asleep. Fewer have fallen sick since.
An edifying tale. Thanks.
So yes, the eternal fire and its priests seemingly help these people, but again, remember, the game and the books were made by Polish people, and Poland has quite a history with Catholicism.
No daredevils here today.
And non-mainstream subcultures, as most subcultures happen to, be, usually have some kind of beef with the mainstay organized religion. That's at least just my own personal observation. I could very well be wrong, but I'm probably not. But again, I will not go into the topic of real-life organized religion, at least not at this moment. I'm not really up for it. But not because I have any strong opinions regarding any of them, really. Just a case of you do you and don't force it on others. Then you're an alright lad, old ass in my eyes. But let's open the gate, get in the mud, and do the bar guest. Oh my, what the? Okay. What? Right, that guy. That guy has gate powers. Greater gate powers than me. But, check the in-game time. 1 AM. Gonna pick this flower? No. There's some houses there, just nothing there. Let's go over here, seems a bit more civilized. I say as the game tells me it's abandoned houses. Of course. Rabid dog. Hello. Fuck. Oops. Right. I think it's Q just changes the stance we're in for this weapon. But we've got a bar guest skull, that's pretty neat. Can we loot the dog too? Oh. Beast Fang, that's good. Door to abandoned house. Rabid dog. This is probably not going to turn into a bar guest. Oh wait, of course it is. Come on, Woofer. Giffen Hill. Let's loot him. We need the 10 skulls. And we can enter the houses. There might be fat loot in there, so I say we go and do it. Abandoned hut. Ooh. Of course, with the plague, they probably left these people, and we're seeing the sad memories of them. But that won't stop me from being an RPG protagonist. Oh my holy Christ! Let's stun like this guy before he can hit us. Yeah, he's starting to hit us. Let's do the art sign. I said, let's select the art sign and then use it. He fell over, giving it some free hits. Also try using the strong style, considering this is a big beefy guy. Pretty goddamn strong ghoul. But, we did it. But yeah, ghouls are not the living dead. They are like all other monsters in the Witcher world. They are by all means space aliens. They just happen to live off of corpses. But we'll get to that when we get a journal entry on them, because I'll either give us the folklore version of what ghouls are, or give us the scientific description. I think the first game is more into the folklore bits. But let's continue. Locked. Logged. Yes. Let's keep going. We're going around now because it's no longer raining like crazy. It's also pretty advanced for 2007. I mean, Witch's Hut. Because back then. Oh my. Okay. Roof style. Wait. Oh, they're disappearing. Is the sun coming up? Maybe. The map. You can see the blacksmith, who will probably sell us some swords and so on once the sun's up. The inn, 2 campfires. We got some Abigail's hut. Well, just all do the witch was, didn't it?
Oh, my stomach hurts. Cursed witch.
Can we unequip the non-combat? Press tab. Oh. We just press tab, but then we put away the sword. That's good. I was cursing the witch, or Abigail, who was the one also requesting the bar guest schools. So let's ask this guy what he's all about.
Oh, my stomach hurts. Cursed witch.
Oh. That doggo is not deader than dead. Made Yiffinhill. It's that kind of doggo there, that's a cursed evil doggo. But this Abigail lady, she's most likely one of the important people of the village, so let's go have a chat with her. And there she is. Let's steal from her first, because the game does not mind. But wait, okay, so flint stacks up to 10s. Supposedly, yeah. Okay. That is good information, tab. A man-shaped doll of Oakum or Oakum and wax. I wonder what the witch uses it for.
I wonder what this man-shaped doll is for.
Of course, Geralt. Laundry basket. Stack the rituals. She won't mind, surely. Sammelford stars to goose fat, and what's this? An invitation to magic. Now that's an interesting book, I would wager. Magic's an incantation. No, it's an incarnation of chaos. A key which opens forbidden doors to nightmares, to the powers of pure evil, capable of annihilating the entire world. Do you not fear magic? Do you not want to tame it, to wield it? Know then that magic is a talent, given only to the chosen few. Have you found this talent within you? Do you want to tap into this source? Know then that years of intensive study await you. You must gain extensive knowledge and constantly sharpen your mind. Creative magic is not witcher science and parlor tricks. Magic is an art. Once you learn to control the art, you will gain power over fire, water, earth, and air. Power over people's minds. Power over yourself. Magic. Let's check that out. So, yes. Magic in the Witcher world is not something everyone can learn. It's something that some people are born with the ability or the talent for, and then they get sent to magic school. That is gender locked, meaning there's one school, at least in the Northern Realms, which is where the games, or at least this game, takes place. The others do too, really, but and most of the books, the Northern Realms are at the very least very crucial to the books. There's one for boys and one for girls. Well, they then learn magic and get sterilized, because that's what magic's all about. But yes, it goes into chaos and so on. You may pause the video and read it. I'll quickly read it to myself. I know women have a special predisposition for it, which is also a bit of, folklore in the setting. Same as virgins having greater magical power. Or sometimes it's also a case of virgins have less magical power than non-virgins. No one really knows. Or maybe it was only one of those and I can't really remember. Just remember one of the short stories, I think? No, not a short story. In one of the first books, there is, that's in the first books in the novel series, so book 3 or 4, there is some pretty good scenes between Geralt's primary or really only romantic interest and their shared adoptive child, where the child is getting taught magic, and it goes on about the powers and lack of powers from virgins and all that. It's pretty charming and funny, but I can't really remember the details because it's been so long since I read the books. But yes, and Witcher Science are very simple spells, mostly kinetic or mind influencing. Technically, to use them, one needs concentrated will and a hand gesture. Casting Science is not time consuming, so witches use them when fighting monsters. True. But it's usually a swordplay they rely on. But let's check out Abigail. If she wants to chat, of course. Chat with us, lady.
Oh my, a witcher. Welcome.
What happened to the man outside?
It was his own fault. Many come to me with pitiful fantasies I disdain to fulfill. They take me for a whore, when I am but a witch.
I'll remember that.
Don't worry, I'm not all bad. The sinner will recover.
Okay, let's check her journal entry. A witch named Abigail lives in a village in the outskirts. The villagers buy herbs and potions from her. She also faces much hostility, as was the norm in the Middle Ages, all the way into the 1600s, if I'm not mistaken, about learned men and women. Primarily women, because we humans know how to work each other into a into something, but no, we humans have treated each other like shit for a long, long time. But Kalkstein and the professor, and yes, yeah. Human beings are wonderful, wonderful creatures, but we're also awful, awful beasts. Great duality of man. Oh! Geralt. Geralt. Whoops. There we go. So yes, for quite a bit of the first chapter here, we're going to be assaulted randomly by all these bar guests. Well, I don't mind. That's giving us some good old bar guest skills. One more, and we can hand it over to Abigail. But let's look a bit around. What does the map say? Crypt. Reverend's house. Let's go follow this road a bit and see where it takes us. Takes us to bar guests. With this one dead though. Yeah. So again, the bar guest is maybe also a space alien. We should see Abigail and collect the reward. Might actually vote for us doing it right now. But yes, the monsters are either space aliens or caused by magic in this in the Witcher world. Sometimes it's a mix. Geralt's face still works. Abigail, we have quest items.
What do you want?
We can also ask her some stuff or buy stuff. Let's talk about the notice.
I found your notice.
Excellent. Do you have the Barghest skulls?
Yes.
I do. They're yours for a price.
I knew you'd manage it. And take this mandrake root. You might find it useful.
Alright, cheers. Let's ask her about something.
Can I ask you something?
If you must.
Any magic against phantom hounds? That will probably help us if she has any.
Do you have any magic against phantom hounds?
What about your sword? I heard witchers carry two. A silver blade for monsters and steel for humans.
Both are for monsters. Fortunately, I lack the silver one.
I know of an ointment. When it coats your blade, you'll cause grievous harm even to specters. The formula will cost you 30 orens.
It would probably be very useful, but we don't have a lot of money. Even though we just got a bunch of money, so we can't afford it and still gain money. But no, yes, Geralt's statement of both sorts of monsters is not meant in the sense that he uses a steel sword to kill monstrous humans. No. The steel one is meant for monsters that are not magically attuned, at least when it comes to the books and the way that monsters handle that. In an optimal world or optimal day, a witcher will not have to cut down a man because they are not their enemy as such. Sometimes they are. The funny thing about that is when Geralt became a witcher, and this is some of his backstory you learn in the books, the first thing he did after leaving Camorran was randomly falling upon a peasant woman about to be raped by some brigands and bandits. Geralt, being the goody two-shoe that he is, and he is a goody two-shoe, who just wants to be neutral but his morals won't let him, decides that he's going to be the big hero and, with ease, cuts down all of the bandits, causing a big, shower of blood and, watching people die, especially with the sword. That's brutal. So the lady is, of course, terrorized and panics and just breaks down crying and runs off. And Geralt then realized that, he can't really use his new abilities for objective good, so to speak, because people will always see him as a monster or freak. And his talent of killing things is also pretty rude, to be honest. But let's scrap this formula. Oh my. Got money, got mandrake root, got a level, got all the good stuff. This I like.